Do you tap on the glass? Now, people who know fish know that that's not really healthy for them. But why? Why do we feel the need to tap on the glass? Isn't it enough to simply see something that's beautiful? Or perhaps we need something beautiful to see us, to validate us, to let us know we are beautiful too. How many of you have ever met a celebrity? And how many of you would like to meet any celebrity just as long as it's not Mel Gibson? I met a celebrity once. That's right, I met Captain Chesapeake. Go ahead, drink it in. Who's Captain Chesapeake, you ask? Why, he's just the most important thing to happen to news reporting in Baltimore. And by news, I mean the cartoons. Because to an 8-year-old boy, cartoons were the news. I had to find out what Scooby and the gang were up to that day. I'll never forget. I saw him as I was coming out of an amusement park with my mom. Saw him across the parking lot. Captain Chesapeake! Captain Chesapeake! Now you have to understand, the captain was old enough that he could have been the captain on the Titanic. And he had been out in the sun all day with birthday parties. I'm sure all he wanted to do was go home, put his feet up, and enjoy a little captain juice. But what he did instead was he reached into his car, he put on his white captain's hat and said, "Ahoy, crew members!" I went wild. I ran up to him and I gave him a big old hug. And then my mom gave him a hug, which was a little weird. I will never forget the way Captain Chesapeake made me feel that day. He made me feel like I was beautiful too. Now, how many of you are celebrities? And how many of you forgot to raise your hand because you've all been in front of a crowd and you've all been noticed? All right, reluctant. It's good to be a beautiful fish, but I tell you, I've met some ugly ones. And the secret is they swim among us. I was working in a place one time, and a guy walked in, and I recognized him. "Hey, I know you. You're the guy from the 10 o'clock news. I thought I recognized you. Hey, let me ask you a question. What's the hardest thing about being a celebrity?" Oh. So the hardest thing about being a celebrity is that people like me feel they have the right to talk to people like you. Wow. You're an ugly fish. Don't worry, I said fish. I mean, couldn't he see what I was doing? I was just simply tapping on his glass. I mean, Captain Chesapeake has been gone for many years, but his legacy lives on through me because of the way he treated me. When you stand in front of people, you borrow the attention of your audience. Never lose sight of that gift. See, my fear in life is that one day I will be forgotten. That for all I ever did in this world, I never made a dent in this world. And that for all I ever earned, I never really paid rent in this world, and that my life could have been better spent in this world. And that there is a hard thought to think of. That is a cold cup to drink of, and that is a foul stench to stink of. But I do believe I'm on the brink of a breakthrough. See, what if it's not about me? What if it's about you? What if our lives are defined like bottles of wine, not the cup, not the glass, but the stories from the vine? See, I believe that we're all fruit. And we draw our juice from the earth when our moms give us birth, when our dads hand us worth. It's a gift to be aware of, not to be scared of, but to be shared of. Are you aware of this gift? See, sometimes I am and sometimes I'm not, and sometimes I'm content to just sit on the vine and rot and let this awfulness just ruin everything. I even frighten away all the flying things. How bad is it when you can't attract a maggot? When the sun-drenched hand of a hungry person won't even reach out to grab it. If a bird were to swoop down and gobble me up, I would gag it to death. Holding in its last breath, we would circle to the earth in our demise, and I would finally realize only the bird was worthy of the flies. See, it's not a crime to be forgotten if you're content to be rotten. But I tell you, this is true. I want to be better fruit. I want to bring forth better juice. What if everything I do in life, I do for a friend? And what if my rent is everything I've ever spent for a friend? And what if I spend every cent of my content to support a friend? Then being forgotten will no longer be my fear, because I will have finally remembered just why I am here, to be a beautiful fish. Thank you.